Hello everyone and welcome to Junkeymonke versus Jasp in the WARNO monthly tournament, and this is the first game we will see that was played on the new patch. So we also have an interesting matchup that is not so new, as I guess maybe the new two divisions got banned. So it's 2nd Panzer Grenadier versus 5th Panzer after the bans, and we are death row as it is the map for week number 2, so that should be quite interesting. We will see Vertigo in week number 4, and yeah, Jasp, one of our established players in this tournament. Junkeymonke, one of the newer players, one of the newcomers in the monthly tournament, so should be an interesting match in this week number 2 game. And if you want to support this tournament, as always, you can do so on Matcherino without having to pay anything. All you have to do is click on the claim code over here on the side, and then you can add 25 cents to the prize pool. Exclamation mark Matcherino in chat gets you here, and then you just have to do this, and 25 cents get into the prize pool paid by Matcherino. You don't have to pay anything. It takes you literally 5 seconds, and the tournament gets a bit more worthwhile for the players. Fight over. Also, big thanks once more to Zircon Dope for donating 30 bucks already to the prize pool as well. If you want to do that, you can do that as well, but if you just have 5 seconds, 5 seconds are enough. You don't have to pay anything yourself, though every donation is absolutely welcome, no matter the size. So yeah, let's make this one step more esports together, guys. And this is a pretty cool matchup. German Civil War, and there have been some changes to the AA tabs of both of these divisions. Both bring a 15-point mortar as well onto the battlefield, which I would expect that we will see. And the AA tab of the 2nd Panzer Grenadier got an addition with the Eyehawk, which should be pretty powerful. And 5th Panzer, the Roland 2 got radar guidance now, which is a nerf, as this means it can be hit by Seared. So Seed should be able to hit it now. Other than that, we have a couple of Fallschirmjägers, Milan 2 from the get-go as well. Over here on the other side, Fernspeer and Jägeraufklärer. Why is the wait, is this still on the oh no, the Fallschirm Milan is further forward. Yeah, they are further forward. As you can see, that's the difference between Recon deployment and Fallschirmjäger deployment now. I myself think both should get nerfed to this line and should be somewhat similar, but we will see how that goes. On the other side, Leo 2A3 in the north actually, so I would expect Jasp to try to push here. Yeah, that's where we're gonna see this aggression. Meanwhile, a lot of Fallschirmjägers for the center here, but that's not the most amazing territory for the Fallschirmjägers. Fallschirmjägers don't have any long-range AT, and these are usually not the territories where you have big amounts of infantry fights. So I'm interested to see how the Fallschirmjägers will perform there. Tank-wise, only a single Leopard 1A5 for Junkeymonke versus a Leopard 2A3, 1A5, a couple of Marders without Milans, and one with Milan, and then a couple of M48s as well. So you can see the forward deployment units cost you a bit. They have attacks, so that means you have a bit less units, but you have more units further forward. And the Fernspeers, you have to be careful. You have one goes down already. Lux goes down as well. Good hit there. Fernspeer under heavy fire. Jasp maybe in a bit of trouble. Tornado HE bomber also being called in already. The Fallschirmjägers do their job there. Do their job really well. And Milan comes in. So chat, what do you think is currently the best division? And which of the two German divisions you see as the better one currently? You still think Rolands are the better AA compared to Eyehawks, or are Eyehawks the new non-plus ultra? And Tornado HE versus Pioneers should hit. No? What? What was that? Meanwhile, the F4 HE on the other side does get some good hits in. Gebhardt not able to find the kill there. F4F falling back. Meanwhile, Jäger Aufklärers holding the line over here. But Northern push is coming. Lux was able to get a gap in there. Leo 2A3 and Marder Milans helping out here against the Gepard. Gepard gets killed. Panzer Grenadiers of Carl Gustavs and Marders moving in. In the rear, more Leopard 1A5s coming in. Leopard 1A5 over here will hit the Pioneer Armbrust as well. Jäger Aufklärer engaging over here. Ooh, supply truck gets hit. And Junkeymonke does not look too hot in the center. The Milan going down. A couple of the Fallschirmjägers going down. And Jasp is going really deep with that northern push. Good encirclement there happening from the north. Astonishing power here from Jasp. Like, didn't expect this push to go this well. Not sure if he expected it, but he's using it. Meanwhile, Scorpions and Leopards coming in for Junkeymonke. Jäger as well. Jäger's over here under fire by the Lux. Lux not getting the kill though. Meanwhile, Junkeymonke maybe on the push in the south, as there's not too much to hold on here. Yes, bringing in the first leader. That should be pretty strong. Jäger over here, not quite being able to finish off the Marder with the Panzerfaust 44. Second shot does the job though. But they are really low on cohesion, and they now have to fight Panzer Grenadiers in CQC. And that should end badly for the Jägers. Jägers dropping like flies. Meanwhile, Junkeymonke could maybe even do the counter move in the north, push down this road, maybe maybe ignore this for a while, and put some pressure up from up top. BO 105 Pa coming in here, try to deal with some of the Marders, but now with the new 20mm update, an unarmored helicopter has to be careful, as the 20mm can open up at 1500 meter, and they can shred helicopters. As you can see, helicopter already takes damage, and yes, the helicopter goes down here. You don't want to fly too close to a Marder with unarmored helicopters anymore. They will kill you, like we just saw there. Jäger Aufklärers here with Panzerfaust, trying to protect themselves against the Fuchs. Not finding the connection though. The M48 helping out, pinning this down. Pioneers on the march. Pioneers now have to stand still to throw their TNT, so they are not as strong anymore. Meanwhile, Jäger Aufklärer versus Pioneer Armbrust in the south. Tornado coming in over here. HE bombs dropping. Will these this time find the mark? It looks like it. Yes, Pioneer goes down. Fallschirmjäger here get the kill on an M48. At least a couple of good kills coming in. The Leo 2A3 is still around though, and this zoning of Jasp is absolutely amazing. Jägers here struggling a bit. Leo 1A5s trying to hit the Panzer Grenadiers, but with a Carl Gustav they have some teeth and they bite pretty rough there. Leopard 1A5 already falling. Carl Gustav now trying to hit the second one as well. They go down beforehand though, the Panzer Grenadiers. But the Jägers are pushing, so Jasp is getting cleaned out here, but it has bought quite a bit of time. It might be used for bringing in more stuff over here. Meanwhile on the south, a bomber of Jasp cleans out a Jäger Aufklärer. So the push of Junkeymonke hasn't worked out either. Leopard 1A5 has fallen. Ammunition truck trying to come in. Looks on the hunt. Panzer Grenadiers will most likely get pushed out of here, whilst the Fallschirmjägers in the front sit in this forest. Fallschirmjäger really did okay, I would say, though I didn't like the position, as I said at the beginning, but they did an okay job, though the bombing run for sure decimated them quite a bit. And now we have the new unit. We have some of the new mortar pieces coming in here for Jasp, and these should be able to do some stress damage at least, and maybe some real damage as well. For 15 points they're super cheap and a bit scary, as you can buy 8 of them in a minute. in transports, and then you can sell the transports, and we only paid 120 points for 8 mortars. Leopard 185 moving forward over here. Milan Marder on the watch. Iltis leader coming in to at least stop the bleed of Jasp slightly, as Jasp's current in advantage is a +5 at the moment, and that you can't let happen as Junkeymonke, at least not for too long. Marder Milan trying to get some connections, but the Leopard already got the kill on that vehicle. Leopard, Marder and Lux dealing some good damage here. The 20mm for sure doing their job now. Tornado with cluster coming in though, and that might be deadly for the Leo. It kills only the Lux. Leo takes good damage though. HE bomber following it up. Might be able to get the final blow, or is it hitting the Marder? It hits the Marder. Doesn't even do that too much damage to the Marder. Okay. That's a bit surprising. But at least the advantage of Jasp will get reduced to a +1 for a while. Still Jasp brings in a CV in the south. That doesn't seem to be the case just yet. So for now, Junkeymonke doesn't have too much to worry about time-wise. Like, still a lot of time left here. Fox Milan. Ooh, nope. Not finding the connection there. That could have been a juicy shot into the side of the Leo. And the Leo here is really an absolute pain on the side of Jasp. Of Junkeymonke. If Jasp can get some supply forward and get this Leo back into action, that would be magnificent. Marder here falls to the Milan Toon down here though. But this Leopard is still in a nasty spot for Junkeymonke. An absolute beast of a unit, the Leo 2, with its 1919 and good speed and good accuracy. It can be a good all-around menace on the battlefield. Leo 185 moving forward. This is down to 4 hit points, so it has to be somewhat careful of Leo 185s. Also has to be careful of Fuchses with Milans. Mortars coming in to try to hit the Milan. Won't find it though. And the Leo gets the Leo 185 one-shotted. So that's a good hit here. And as I said, the Leo 283 here, if Jasp can keep it alive, if Jasp can keep the micro up, Junkeymonke might have some issues there. Brings in Leo 283 of their own though. So Junkeymonke there with the counter Leo 283. Whilst in the center, Jasp didn't take too much of the zone, but has for sure the stronger force. Though Junkeymonke still controlling, or at least overlooking, quite a bit of the zone. Whilst this Tornado HE will try to find another kill. Doesn't do so though. Even hits their own Jägeraufklärer more than the Jägers of the enemy. So not the most successful HE bombing run in the history of WARNO, I would say. That's an F-104 AT flying around. That one is looking for tanks, but the Leo is not in line of sight. Ooh. Pioneers moving forward. Trying to find the kill onto the Altis Führer here. Not gonna happen though. Pioneers now need to stand still to throw a TNT, which makes them a bit harder to use. Whilst the HE grenades landing up on the hill in the north, but there's really nothing there. That bombardment was kind of wasted. F-104 coming in, gets his M48, so at least the first blow has been made. Has to be careful that there's no fighters coming in for Jasp, but so far there's none. Rolands coming in now though, and Rolands can be careful. On the other side, the first Eyehawk hits the battlefield, which with its nearly 5,000 meter range is a absolutely capable AA piece. Accuracy obviously a bit lackluster, but it also has 9 damage, so it will put a lot of hurt on your plane. Even if it doesn't get the kill, your plane will be out of commission for a while after hit by that. Tornado clusters trying to get the revenge on the Leo, and that might work out. Leo survives, but everything else dies, and the HE bombers plus the mortars will try to get the kill, and the Leo goes down here. So Leo 283 once more of Jasp is the biggest boy in the forest, the biggest boy on the map, and the Mancut also brought it up back to full health. So Jasp still has the big boy on the battlefield, which is worth quite a bit. Especially with the micro that Jasp has shown us so far. Meticulous micro with this Leo 283 around the map. Milan over here obviously could use some ATGM missiles. Hasn't gone in yet. Whilst Panzer Grenadiers and Pioneers with Handflammenpatrone coming in the rear. Mortars continue popping up their HE rounds around the map now. Leo 283 trying to get the kill. Jägers and the Milan coming in here for Junkeymonke. This is not looking too hard for Junkeymonke at the moment though. Another Leo 283, but losing all the infantry up here that were zoning, losing most of the forces around here, whilst the Leo 283 still is alive. Push in the south has been stopped, and Jasp might be on a good way. Might be on a good way here to achieve greatness. Whilst the mortars keep on popping. Jägers in a bit of a pickle. Leo 283 versus Jäger over here is doing their job. Ooh, 1A5 over here though. Gets hit pretty hard. Leo 1A5 has to go back. Another 2A3 on the side of Jasp though. So the single 2A3 of Junkeymonke has to be careful. Another leader coming in. The supply truck up here for the Leo would be nice. And then maybe, yes, something like the AT could be helpful, but there are Roland 2s around. And there's no Seat to stop them. Pelterbeatze 155 is on the battlefield as well. Let's see how the artillery will perform for Jasp. Whilst the Tornado comes in with some HE. Can the Ihawk find some hits? Ooh, already hit with the first missile. Hit with the second missile. Ihawk pretty lucky there actually. As against the ECM, it for sure had below 50 accuracy per hit. And still somehow got the kill with both of them. So rather lucky there for Junkeymonke, but gets the kill. And F-104 Starfighter AT still flying in the rear, but the Rolands are waiting for them. Pioneers with Handflammenpatrone sitting in the forest. Jäger moving onto it as well. Leo 283 once more in a precarious situation. The Starfighter tries to get the kill. ATGM doesn't hit though, and now the Rolands get the kill on it. Milan also doesn't get another side shot, so the Leo 283 continues to be the hero of this game. Jasp keeping it alive one more time, and this is absolutely amazing micro. A bit lucky there just now that the AT of the F-104 didn't hit, but got the kill on that F-104 anyways, so that's pretty strong. Milan 2 coming in the north, Leopard 1A5s rolling in as well, and this is still a pretty good situation for Jasp, I would say. Like, at the moment, the tank situation on the battlefield is 2 Leo 1A5s coming in for Junkeymonke versus 2 Leos, 2 1A5s, 2 M48s, oh no, 3 Leo 1A5s actually, 1 Leo 2A3, 3 artillery pieces and 3 mortars versus no artillery on the other side, 2 Rolands versus 1 Ihawk, and the Stinger, which is also, or Fliegerfaust actually, it's not even a Stinger on this deck, which is also a fair air setup. And yeah, Tornado has to be careful. AA coming in, not quite getting the kill though. Martyrs everywhere as well, on the other side not so much. So Junkeymonke has to try to find a solution for a problem that is real. Leo 2A3 over here gets hit by the artillery. Artillery gets the kill. The Pelterbeatze 155 for sure an artillery that can pack some punch if you get it on target, and it did get on target there. So good job there by Jasp, getting that one killed off. And in the rear, Pioneers with Handflank Patrol and no Pioneers coming in here for Junkeymonke. This is looking rough. But maybe the Leos in the north can solve the situation. There's a supply truck around here, though it's not as fast anymore at repairing stuff as it was early on in WARNO's lifetime. Meanwhile, Tornado with Cluster coming in, trying to get some Leo parts hit. Doesn't do so though. Rolands continue their defensive fire. And another Leo 2A3 comes in. But on the other side, only a single 1A5 is remaining. And the tank advantage alone already somewhat paints the picture of this game. Junkeymonke always a bit on the back foot here throughout the game so far. And I don't think it's quite over, but it's pretty close to over here. And Junkeymonke really needs some amazing traits to change this. And losing another plane to Roland 2 is not the amazing change I was talking about. Meanwhile, another Roland 2 coming in the south. So Jasp reinforcing the AA umbrella on all fronts. Tornado with HE coming in here. Gets the bomb drop, but has to defend itself against enemy AA there already. Meanwhile, Pioneers with Handflank Patrol and all Pioneers moving forward. And the Leos moving around as well. And meanwhile, Ilto's leader on the other side tries to hold the front line. Jäger sitting down here as well. Wow. Did go jogging today for the first time since I got COVID. It was an exhaustive experience. And Jasp here putting some pressure on. Like, yeah, Jasp is putting a lot of pressure on. I'm quite exhausted after that. But it's good to do sports again, even though the summer heat is way too hot to be super enjoyable. But it was still great to feel the endorphins of sport again after 2 weeks of just halfway dying thanks to COVID. Though it's always a bit painful how much of your training successes have been lost after you didn't do any sports for 2 weeks. You really have to get back in there and get them back. Like, my speed today was horrible, horrible, horrible. Meanwhile, Junkeymonke keeps pressuring the south. But the center becomes Jasp's terrain as the CV has fallen, and I don't just quite see how you get back in here. We get in here. I think we had 35 degrees today. Tornado getting hit here. Tornado over here gets the kill though at least, but the Roland snipers are around. Roland's doing their job, getting AA kills left, right and center. And Jasp on a good way to victory here, as all the tanks are dead. More coming in, but the front line is just so strong now for Jasp. Also having the support in the back line with AA, with artillery that can maybe hit enemy AA or something like that. Or just enemy infantry divisions. Enemy infantry formations, but we didn't have that too much over here. Like, I'm surprised to see 3 artillery pieces in the first place. Would say only mortar would have been maybe the better play, and then more other stuff, but it is what it is. Junkeymonke really desperately tries to contest the south, but that won't be easy. It is as it is. Hey. Hey there, how you doing? Did I just use your name without... like, that's uncanny. Saying it is as it is, and then looking into the chat to see your name is quite weird. No, we were gonna play some WARNO tonight. We played Steel Division the last 2 days. And today is WARNO day again. And Jasp is up on a +1. Milan's up in the north. Jäger's sitting there as well. If I maybe get too frustrated with WARNO, I might change, but currently I don't think I will. I enjoy the newest patch quite a bit gameplay-wise. Though obviously WARNO still has a bit of work in front of it, but this here, for example, is a good show that competitive play is viable. We had a nice good back and forth in this game in the first couple of minutes, but now Jasp's lead becomes quite dominant here. So yeah, this might fizzle out. This German Civil War was interesting to watch though. I quite enjoyed this setup here. Pioneers with Handflammenpatrone hitting on the Jägers again. Jägers have to disengage. Milan up in the north, holding the ground. And light trucks moving in back as well. Pioneers with Handflammenpatrone sitting around here. Yeah, I got smacked by Nov. I also smacked with Nov though, if you want to watch the YouTube video. I think Nov is not as 100,000% horrible as people want to make it be. Like, it's for sure one of the weaker divisions. Like, it's a C-tier division, but it's not the most worst division ever made in a Eugen game, as some people seem to want to make it. It's just, yeah, you need the right map, which is kind of annoying, because in ranked you can't predict the map. So it's not a good map, ranked map division at all. And yeah, some matchups are just 100% lost from the get-go for you. Milan's trying to get the kill here, and Jasp really has the upper hand, you know. +3 is happening. Mortars trying to hit something in the south, but there is not even anything alive anymore down there. And Jasp stranglehold on the center is just so strong. I don't see him ever loosen the grip around this. Well, there's nothing left to fight with here for Junkeymonke. Like a couple of Leos is all there is. But just tanks is not the solution in WARNO. Like, tanks are nice support units that in a well-bedded, well-balanced formation work absolutely phenomenal, but tanks driving forward on their own in WARNO never do well. Like, they can get hit by cluster, they get hit by HGM they don't see, can get sideshot by other tanks, they can get hit by infantry with rocket launchers that they don't see, and all of that stuff. So just tanks on their own, not a good idea in any Eugen game whatsoever, and especially in WARNO. Especially in WARNO. Mega Aufklärer trying to come in. Pioneers of Handflammenpatrone moving in there as well. And the +3 here for Jasp is quite dominant. Milan's trying to get the kill here on the Leo 2. Not finding it just yet though. And the Leo 2 is retreating. Another Leo 2 here in an engagement. Gets at least killed. Martyr is around. Another Leo 2A3 down here though. And the other Leo's not falling up. So one Leo 1A5 is falling here. And this formation needs to get so many kills now to actually turn the tide. And I just can't see it happening. At least a couple of recon units and so on are pushing with this. But oh yeah, this cluster bomber alone might already end all aspirations to change the outcome of this game. Oh no. Yeah, the Air Forces is here, and this is the moment to tap out here, I would say, for Junkeymonke. Yes, there's really nothing left to try to win the game with. Planes of Junkeymonke also get slaughtered in the air, and this is over. Junkeymonke getting kicked out of this match. Tornado trying to get some wins, but all the aggressive tornadoes already got shut down here, and it's not getting better. It is not getting better here for Junkeymonke. Tornado got at least one kill, but the AA will shred it. Roland still really strong. Leo 2A3 down here in the south, doing its job. Leo 1A5 over here, also helping out. Artillery hitting the the fuel leftover units. Only one Leopard 2A3 is around, and it gets hit from all sides. The artillery coming in as well to try to finish it off. Leo here under heavy fire. Leopard 1A1 moving forward. He'll try to hit the Eagle Clever, but yeah, it's a +5 now for Jasp, and that means victory in a minute, basically. And Junkeymonke can surrender at this stage. Like, there's nothing left here. Didn't really kill anything but one Leo and one M48, and lost all the leftover stuff that was around. This was the last Hail Mary push, but Mary was not listening to the prayers of Junkeymonke. So, in the end, Jasp will get game number 1 here. It's just a question of time by now. Alouette goes down. Milan sitting in the bushes. Leo 1A1 coming around as well. We have some shots somewhere fired. I'm not quite sure where. Jäger Führer moving forward here as well. That's this Leo 2A3 rolls forward 2. Together with the Scorpion. Jägerführer gets into the center. Makes it a +2 for a split second, but there's so much around it. This was just giving Junkeymonke 5 more seconds before the game is over. Not much else achieved with this. And the artillery continues landing around Junkeymonke's units. Artillery really doing a good job for Jasp throughout the game. Ultramarine did their job well at the beginning, as I said. The Milans as well, getting a lot of kills actually. But it was not good enough. And the tank fights just didn't went too well. The Luxus did really good for Jasp, and Jasp gets the victory here in game number 1 with the 5th versus the 2nd Panzer Grenadier. 5th Panzer doing the job. And oh my god, that the Luxus do a good job. This is really a show of how good the 20 and 30 millimeters are now in the game. Leopard 1A5 doing a solid job as well. This is the Leo 2A3 that we saw in the center, doing its part of the lifting as well. And yes, an absolutely clean game here by Jasp in game number 1. Junkeymonke though, not super far off, so I'm excited for game number 2. And we'll see what the matchup will be there. I hope you're hyped as well, and see you all in 3 minutes in game. So here we go with game number 2. Jasp now up 1-0. And we have a different matchup this time. We have a Pact versus NATO matchup. And we have Americans versus Soviets at that. As Junkeymonke now is playing the 3rd US Armored. But Jasp is bringing around the 39th Guards Motostrelky Division. So that is an interesting one as well. 39th might be the best Pact division at the moment. Maybe 35th Air Assault is better, thanks to the Vagilek. But the 39th feels pretty decent. T-62 is at least somewhat viable versus NATO tanks. And also they have the BMP-3, they have a solid artillery park now as well, and a good air tap at that as well. The only thing that misses is the seat, and a lot of solid helicopters too. Hello there, Antifact, how are you doing? Well, it's Junkeymonke here with the 3rd US is bringing in quite a lot of mech rifles, military police, engineers, and so on. M1A1 on the ground. AH-64 is coming in here as well. And this should be quite interesting. So, which of these two divisions would you favor at the moment? Interesting to see that only one Apache so far. Stinger coming in here on the ground. Stinger got changed. They have higher rate of fire now, but quite a bit lower accuracy. I like the change. I don't think it's like, yeah, it's a nerf for sure, but it was so stupid. Like whenever you flew into a Stinger of a plane, your plane just instantly died. Stingers still mean you can't just, like the higher rate of fire means you can't just fly over a field of Stingers with a lot of planes and hope that you don't get shot at twice. Like at some points those things will hit you. You have to be careful with your helicopters as well around Stingers still. But it's just not, they don't just insta murder everything that comes next to them, which it was the case beforehand, especially with higher veterancy. They were kind of stupid, so I'm happy they changed it a little bit. But yeah, maybe they got a bit overnerfed in accuracy, though the rate of fire really compensates quite a bit for that. Apache over here. Bradley coming in as well. On the other side. A lot of Red Redcars and Red Redcar heavies here entering the battlefield. And in the rear, Junkeymonke coming in BTRs. And MTLBs, okay. Ooh, oh no! Oh, Jasp! Jasp forgot to give the Rapira transport. Yeah, this is what happens if you don't double check your deck. You can choose the Rapira without transport, and that's what Jasp did. So yeah, this thing has quite a march in front of it. You can put it onto an MTLB, so this Motostrelki maybe could unload and then the MTLB could come back for the Rapira. But yeah, this is quite rough. Meanwhile, LRS coming in. Apache number 1, but only one of them joining the battlefield. M1A1 is around as well though. The Red Redcars rolling in here. How deep can they go before the Apache will hit them? We will see in a second. Apache getting closer. And does the attacking now. Red Redcar under fire. Will get annihilated. Number 1 is down. LRS versus Red Redcar over here as well. Apache does its job. Kills 2 more of them in the north. So the infantry, all the recon infantry already dead. Osa is at least taking revenge on the Apache though. First Apache down as well. Osa has to be careful. You don't want to run into a Bradley with it. Bradley with the TOW2 trying to get the kill. Not finding it, so the Osa lives, but the infantry doesn't. Jasp loses a lot of infantry there, but has more in the south. Superi RPO, Red Redcar heavies versus engineers with flashes. And a couple of military police. BRM engaging over here as well. Bradley versus TADBV. TADBV gets the hit in, though an M1A1 is around as well, and an M1A1 usually wins the 1v1 against a TADBV if it hits. But both sides missing here right now, and Junkeymonke gets a hit in. TADBV now trying to retaliate onto the M1A1, gets the hit. Should smoke now though. That's what we see. Both will survive for now. Abrams has to be careful though. Medis eventually might be deadly. But the F-111 with HE bombs will hit the units down here. And that might be really good. It's okay. It's not amazing, but it did wipe out one infantry unit, did deal damage to the rest. +2 for Jasp as a BTR is on the way. But the TADBV could use some help. Meanwhile, more Urals and Motostrelkis coming in from the rear. That's another M1. A1 is joining the fray for Junkeymonke. Some supply trucks for both sides would be nice here right now. LRS moving forward, Motostrelkis, Medis under fire. Military police using their recoilless rifles as well to try to hit it. So the Motostrelki under fire. The Perry RPO engaging in the south. Military police here doing the same. Recolor's rifle and their M16 versus the Saperi RPO. Only one of them engaging, so it will lose against the military police. The other Saperi RPO and the Rajavetkas not coming in at the same time. Mistake here by Jasp, but an engineer joins the fray as well. And the second OSA coming in, so the AA's network here of Jasp should be pretty decent, as there's currently no more air units of Junkeymonkeys, no more helicopters around for now though. That's surprising. Usually, currently, third US play was evolving, like really all around the Apache. So with the tank, with the aircraft guns being buffed slightly, and with airplanes often being able to do a one-run kill on Apaches, it is a bit more dangerous now. So I guess that makes sense. We'll check and see how, if Apaches still can perform well though. I think they still can, but in this game they haven't done so just yet. M1 151 coming in here in the rear. And a couple more CVs for Junkeymonke to try to contest the center, try to capture the place in the north, getting some points onto the scoreboard. That's Mi-8 MTA coming in with exceptional optics to see some stuff. TOW 2, absolutely scary for T80BV. T80BV got repaired. M1A1 has fallen here, I think. Oh no, no. But just didn't. No, okay, the other one moved to the south. I thought it moved into the center as well. Okay. Supply truck now coming in for the M1A1 here. M1A1 up in the north. Gets some hit on the mortal strike here, but reveals itself with it. And the T62M is pushing down south. Military police out of recoilless rifle rounds. So can't do anything about this. And the Mi-24 and the T62 should do a good job. Hind needs to be careful. Stinger should be able to shoot in a second again. Yes, here we go. Gets the hit in. And will reload once more in a second. Will hit the Mi-8 here as well. And you see in this situation, it performed at least as good, if not even better, than it would have done before the patch. Because it got 1.5 more missiles out than it would have without this. T62 here getting a side shot on the M1, getting the kill on it in the end. Really good hit there. Supply truck coming in, but without the M1, don't think you can contain this right now as Junkeymonke. So Jasp might break through in this territory of the map once more. Did the flank from the left side to the right side in game number 1. Might now do it from the right to the left in game number 2. So Jasp really full pedal to the metal right now down in the south. Coup coming in as well. M1A1 here didn't get repaired as the supply truck, I guess, got murdered. Oh no, it moved further up north. This M1A1 really could use some repairs. TOW 2 not getting the hit there either. And the southern situation might go bad relatively soon. T62 did move back though. Saperis are some of the few units here. T62 around here as well. M728 coming around. If that hits the infantry, infantry will die really quickly, as it has 3.6 AG, which is quite a lot of AG. Saperi here getting hit now. You have to disengage. That's the second TOW 2 comes in into the south. And this is an interesting match once more. Mech rifles here getting melted. More of them coming in though. T62 trying to move forward. Can it find the hit onto the M728? It does. And M728 is in a rough spot now. Gets killed off. So good kill there once more by Jasp, killing off a tank. So, truck gets killed off as well. So that's a couple less points for Junkeymonke coming back onto the bank account. That's the F111 AG comes in again. This one has an awful spread though, so you never know if it actually is successful or not. Well, it's Junkeymonke is at a +4 now. T62 has to retreat. Once the bombs will land around here. Perry gets hit, T62 gets hit as well. And the TOW2 gets a hit up here in the north. Motostrelki has to retreat, BTR comes in. Me-24V sits in the rear. And, oh, it's getting really hot in here. We need to get some fresh air into this room. The air outside is finally starting to get a bit cooler again. So we should let that get in. As today it was, I think, 35 degrees outside. Summer for gamer. Not good for the FPS because the GPU gets hotter than usual. As I have an air cooling system. And if the air is not really cool, the air cooling system obviously struggles to get cool air in there. TOW2 coming around. Motostrelki coming in. The Perry RPO trying to move forward. Make Rifle trying to hit the T62M. Redka Heavy sitting around here as well. Engineers with Flash coming around. And McRaffle still trying to kill off the red guys here, but the T62s are on the push. McRaffle's trying to find some hits as well. M1A1 hits the Conquerors. The other one has to fall back. Heavy tanks of Junkeymonke may be able to win this in the end. Chaprals there for the air support. Conquerors under fire. T80BV has retreated a bit. BMP3 number 1 is around, but the flanks look better for Jasp. So down here in the south, the T62s get hit relatively hard. M1A1 number 3 or number 4 in the whole game is around. One has fallen here though, so only 3 on the map right now. T62s have to disengage a bit. Good stop here by Junkeymonke onto the push of Jasp. Not finding the kill onto the E62 just yet though. As those do retreat. Motostrelki coming in. Another... Oh no, that's the BMP3, that's already there. McRaffles coming in as well. Conquerors is around, but Conquerors have a bit of an accuracy problem, which makes them somewhat unreliable. I wish they would have at least 5% more accuracy. Would help them quite a bit. Rapira still moving forward. Yes, you really want to have a vehicle to move them. Not a good idea of Jasp to bring them in this. MTLB, as I said, can carry them, so that's the fix around it. If this happens to you, try to find an MTLB of another unit and put them on that. But this is not what's happening right now, so the Rapira took 12 minutes to get this far. Really, total equipment, movement speed without air vehicle is pretty abysmal, especially, and I think the 1mm is especially bad. Motostrelki moving forward. T80BV and the BMP3 though got killed. TOW2 and Co did their job. M1A1 also holding off this push over here, so Jasp has to run back into cover. And this was a good engagement here for Junkeymonke. Well, it's an M1A1 moves up north. Might be able to hit the Saperi RPO. Here we go. Not finding the connection just yet. Bradley also not able to find the kill. Whilst the pivot comes around in the rear. M1A1 number 5 hits the battlefield. Bradley's and McRaffles in the south. One of the issues with the tanks is that M1A1 is your cheapest normal main battle tank. You don't have any M1 IPs or normal M1s around, or T60s, so you have to rely on these, and they are pretty expensive. Bradley here gets hit by the Me-24 with rockets, also Kokon anti-ATGMs, but those are not even needed. The 122mm rockets do the job already. T80BV here, trying to find a kill onto an M1A1. T62 does a good job there, dealing 8 damage to the M1A1. T80BV here tries to get the finishing blow, not able to do so just yet though. The T62 comes in, and the second one gets the kill. First one gets hit one more time by a mech rifle, but killing off this tank was pretty worthwhile. Wild Weasel here trying to hit the Osas, but Osa saw it coming, not able to get hit by that. F111, different story. F111 goes down, Osa does the job. The G-bombs will land, will actually do a good amount of damage this time. Even the T-80BV got hit quite heavily. Wild Weasel trying to come in again. Not finding kill this time either though. Good micro there by Jasp. Really on point with it. But T-62s in the south are chilling out. Bradley not fully getting killed. And hits with the TOW2, so gets the kill. Me-24 not finding the final ATGM hit on the Bradley either. So the Bradley will live to fight another day. Eagle finds the Hind. Osas though tried to find the Eagle, but no supply here, so the missiles are all out, and the Eagle should be able to get home. Or maybe even do some ground strafing. Okay. Oh, or hitting the other helicopter. In this case, I guess. But another supply truck is moving forward. Helicopter gets killed off. Shots flying in over here. T-62M has to retreat. But Motostrucky Medis sit around over here. E-80BV and T-62 coming in the north. BMP-3 joining them as well. MTLB coming in. A couple of pivots will chill back here. That's the M1A1. Is the biggest boy around this part of the map again. So the T-80BV is painful. So far, a really close game. A lot of back and forth on both sides. Casualties being taken left, right, and center from both players. And I'm not sure who has the upper hand. It feels like Junkeymonke might, this time around, have a bit of a better game. But still not over for Jasp either. Both players for sure have still some shots to win this game. Mech Rifle will try to hit the T-62M, not finding it though. And this really shows the advantages of the Swiss style format over single or double elimination in my eyes. As both of these players lost in week number 1, but because of that they got matched against each other, and then you get really good matchups from the later weeks. Based on the performance of the earlier weeks, nobody gets eliminated, so you have the games you sign up for, you really all get, and you get better and better matchups, because like people of similar skill level should have similar performance as well, and especially in the end when, yeah, like for example you have 2 losses, 1 win, and then you play against someone else who has that should be a pretty good matchup on paper. And most of the time is also in action, so really enjoying the Swiss style format. Bradley here gets the kill onto an Osa in the north, and TOW2 is really doing a nasty job on Jasp's unit here throughout the game. Rapira finally arrived on the front line. A couple of MTLBs coming in as well, but the M1A1 over here helping out, dealing with the Saperi RPO, which should go down any second now. Yes, there we go. Let's go off sharp prowls, move northbound. M1A1 coming in as well. Mech rifles and engineers with flash hitting over here. Saperi getting hit. Will get killed off. Ooh. TOW2 MVP of Junkeymonke over here so far. You know, from the other side, the Conquerors tries to do similar things. Not able to do it just yet though. TOW2 will get another missile out. And the T-62 and the BMP-3 are really exposed. T-62 goes down and Junkeymonke is in a nice spot. More mech rifles coming in. But Jasp tries to take control of the north though. And so far there's not super much here, so maybe Jasp can contest this for a while. Bradley's though, pivots though, find a Me-34 and get the kill. Junkeymonke and brings in more infantry from the south. Tries to do the counter push down here. M1A1 really doing a good job. But in the north, the situation is somewhat similar for Jasp. Just having quite a bit of infantry in there. Junkeymonke now trying to counter this finally with some mech rifles. But this might not work out. Motostraki sitting around. So at least there's one more M1A1 around to try to salvage the situation. Mech rifles down here. Trying to do the job. But still, the ADBV comes around. Ooh. These units have to be careful. Engineer Flash getting hit. Let's we have another helicopter, Kiowa, coming in. We saw one going down already. Pretty dangerous investment always to Kiowa, as they are so squishy. But if you can get the Hellfires on targets, the Hellfires wreck the enemy as well, and the exceptional optics also is helpful as a recon tool duo. You never get it super close to the enemy front line, so you won't ever spot anything and cover with it usually, as it's just too risky to use it as a frontline unit. But it's somewhat helpful as well that it has good optics, or exceptional optics at that. F111 HE moving in over here. And we'll try to get some kills there. Onto the superior leader. We'll go down, we'll get the superior leader at least though. So Jasp's speed of advancing here forward in points has been reduced slightly. And yes, counter push is on the way right now with the mech rifles in here. More mech rifles on the way. M1A1 is out here as well. Iltis could move up there to secure the zone. Mech rifles and Tor 2 should cut off all reinforcements, and it seems like Junkeymonke should be able to stabilize the situation there again. M1A1 around in the south gets a hit already onto the T80BV. T80BV nearly down. Has to be really careful. Second one down here in the south. This is a tough one. This is a really tough game to call. Though I would say Junkeymonke for sure is starting to get the upper hand here. And if this Wild Weasel can actually find some Osas, that would be pretty fantastic. Gets some out, doesn't get the hit though, and the Osas not quite able to retaliate. But Wild Weasel needs to get the hell out. And yeah, the accuracy on the Wild Weasel heat missile is not that amazing. So you have to be careful with that. Chaparral sitting in the rear. Go-to sitting in the bush as well. And Jasp might be able to leverage the situation with +2, though nah, it shouldn't really happen as the mud is around. 18 minutes remaining. So currently we would have a draw if it stays as this, but I feel like 18 minutes on death row are enough to do something here that has an impact. Motostraki BMP coming in. Well, it's a lot of infantry comes in for Jasp from the rear. All sitting around. Bradley coming in. ADBV sitting in the bush. M1A1 pretty heavily damaged. Bradley trying to get the kill. Not able to find it just yet. Very disengaging as well. So we're nearly even again. But the CV finally gets in there in the north. T62 has to be careful. Is Junkeymonke now able to get the counter push happen? As there are more units on the way for Jasp. But maybe there should be... Yes, there's more on the way for Junkeymonke as well. Can this happen? Eagle coming in, gets another recon helicopter. Will not get hit by the Roland most likely. Nope, Roland so far not doing the job. And the Eagle will maybe get out. No, it stays over the Osas for too long. And MiG-23 comes around as well. So Eagle down. First big boy there is history. Mac Rifles versus the Saperi RPO. And Ojniat Podorichki engaging up there. Lots more Bradleys. And an M1A1 commander coming in. Okay. So I guess Junkeymonke really wants to push over here. TOW2 versus T62M. Another kill for this TOW2. This TOW2 really absolutely amazing. I'm not sure why Jasp is not using artillery though against stuff like that, as we have seen Jasp using artillery pretty effectively in game number 1, and I feel like the artillery in 39th is as good, if not even better, than the one in the Panzer Grenadier divisions. F-111 will get shut down by Jasp, so another air loss here for Junkeymonke. But yes, it's a draw at the current stage. Someone needs more points. 15 minutes left to do something like that. So, might absolutely still be possible. T-62s coming in. Down here in the south, we have P-80 BVs sitting in the bush. Those could be helpful for a counter push, but there is not enough in place to really allow for that to happen. More Strake coming in and so on, but not getting the victory just yet. M1A1 coming in from the rear. Let's see what that one can achieve. Pivot sitting around here as well. M1A1 up here is around. Very Comrade has an RPG. Could actually kill this. We could have a CV on CV kill here. One way or another. We'll see if that will happen. Mag Rifles and Engineers trying to move forward. Conquerors trying to hit the Chaparral. Not hitting though. Classic Conquerors feeling. But Mag Rifles here pushing pretty hard. T-62 coming in, but no infantry left in front of this. Mag Rifles keeping up the pressure. M1A1 over here, not finding the kill onto the BTR just yet, but should be able to find it in a second. There we go. Can the M1A1 come up here to contest this? Jasp once more on the defensive, but is starting to set up a push in the south now. So the back and forth in this game is great. I enjoy casting these two. They seem to have a nice synergy when it comes in meeting each other. Mac Rifles getting a kill down here. M1A1 coming up in the north. Pulled up by a M728 and some supply. +2 for Jasp once more, as the Saperi Comrade somehow sneak in there. Junkeymonke on the way, but there is a BMP-2 with Motostrelki coming up. And quite a couple of Saperis coming in the rear as well. +2 continues. So it's pretty close to Jasp taking over the lead, but obviously still then 200 points away from getting the win, which with this will take a while. The Perry Comrade disengaging. Mac Rifles get killed. Mac Rifles down here, not in the sweetest of spots either. So yeah, M728 could do a good job here. M1A1 sitting around as well. Motostrelki moving forward. And this is peak WARNO. Like, from a viewer perspective in my eyes. A lot of back and forth, a lot of nice sneaky moves. Units interacting with each other on a lot of bases. It's for sure not the best level of play, and nor is it the best level that WARNO will ever be. But it's a super entertaining match, both thanks to the game and thanks to the players. Players here doing a really good job. Saperis trying to push in. Mechanized Rifles though will shred them, and Saperis need to stand still, as I said. Throw the TNT now. MiG-23 MLA is a bit risky. Oh my god. By the Hawks, won't be able to kill. Okay. There's quite a couple of formations going up here. Mech rifles coming in on the other side. A lot of infantry. Not sure what this is. And these couple of infantry units have arrived as well. Saperi could come in here. Yeah, does so again. We have an absolute perfect draw right now in points. And we'll see if this can be changed by either of these players. 11 minutes still remaining. M1A1 on the way. ADBV chilling out down here. M1A1 moving out. Engine damaged already. Junkeymonke trying to get more kills. M1A1HA is around as well. So 3 M1A1s, 1 HA for this final push onto the north, it feels like. That's a lot of firepower. AA is around as well with some sharp prowls. Maybe you want some more. M1A1 number 1 though goes down as the Medis does its job. M1A1HA won't take as much notice of it, but still will get hit, will get a damage. Gets a kill over here though. Jasp is back on a +2 as the Saperi Comrade have never been dealt with by Junkeymonke. And Junkeymonke has lost some important units in the north lately. But in the south, nothing major happened there either. So Jasp might be back in the driving seat here after it looked rather grim through minute 10 to 15 or 10 to 20 even. But now Jasp has started to claw the way back in here. Junkeymonke maybe losing a couple too many planes and a couple of tanks a bit too reckless. But in general, a pretty nice game so far. M1A1's here hitting the Junkeymonke with the M1A1. Some artillery could be nice here as well. And the +2 for Jasp is annoying for Junkeymonke. As every point that Jasp gets, you need to get as Junkeymonke now as well, and go above that from there on out even. Wait, since when am I muted? How did I mute myself? When did that happen? Oh boy. Oh no. Oh, I wasn't muted all the time. How did it happen? How did my mic just decide to mute itself? Guess when I moved up the desk, maybe? Okay. No. No, it was not from start of stream. M1A1HA is coming around. Richie coming in here. Oh, that's disappointing. Because I wanted to upload this on YouTube as well. Ah, this is kind of shitty. Yeah, what a game especially as well. I was casting my little heart out here. As these two really go at it. Yes, I was like, when I started to stand up, the cable got a bit loose on the microphone, and then the standard motion of the microphone is muted. And 1A1's here coming in. And yeah, Jasp really putting the pressure on. And then chat not telling me. What is this chat? Like, you told me eventually, but that took a while. Disappointed chat. But no, thanks for telling me eventually. M1A1 here coming around. Water Strelky under fire. ADBV will get the hits there. Not getting the kills just yet though. But there we go. TADBV gets one more M1A1, and Junkeymonke really under pressure. It was a super close game for just a while. And yeah, this is not looking too hot. M1A1 here will engage the Motostrelki. Saperi under fire. And this counter push seems to be the final blow onto Junkeymonke. We had a super intense back and forth in the middle, in the south, in the north. Like, every flank was looking good for one side or the other at one point or another. And then, by now, Jasp just is starting to win everywhere. Just, however, is slightly taking better trades, I guess. And now is having the upper hand here. And is starting to push Junkeymonke from the battlefield. ADBV chilling back here. Motostrelki BMPs moving around as well. 5 minutes remaining, but already Jasp now is on the spot where there are enough points collected to win the game. M728s will engage on infantry only. BMP3 is not around to try to help out maybe. But CV falls back here, and that's a +5. And M1A1 tries to come around again. Let's see how this goes. Ooh, that will go badly, as I would say, as the Motostrelki is around. Motostrelki not finding the hit chance just yet. Jasp not on top of the micro here. Cluster Bomber, though, trying to get the kills in the north. Motostrelki here could get the kill with the RPG on this M1A1. M1A1 basically down already. And yeah, Apache goes down. That's the issue currently with the Apaches, and here we go. Junkeymonke surrenders in game number 2. Way closer in game number 1. A really good game. And yeah, I'm a bit sorry. I'm really sorry that we didn't have... that there was that muted face in here. Yeah, Totu. Absolute MVP for Junkeymonke. Perfect positioning. A bit... Like, the one thing that I would criticize in Jasp play was that there were no artillery pieces for stuff like the Totu, as the 155mm, the D20, is pretty affordable for 90 points and can deal with this pretty well. But other than that, Jasp did put the pressure on, never gave up, always recovered from any push that Junkeymonke threw at him, and yeah, in the end, got the W. So, GGVP here to Junkeymonke. Oh, it's getting hot in here.